Back to my mental health and crime channel. My name is Huda London. This is for educational purpose only. This is the case of the Idaho quadruples. May the four victims rest in peace, condolence to their families, and may the correct justice be served. The picture below the two pictures is Brian Christopher Koberger, as we know. The two pictures above is somebody who looks like Brian, in my opinion. This person is in 1122 Kings Road. This picture was circulating on social media. It came from Idaho, Moscow, in the beginning of this case. But very few people took time to talk about this picture. I find this very interesting that this young man above looks a bit like Brian Christopher Koberger, besides the hairstyle and maybe the fact that he has a thinner face and neck. But he does resemble Brian Christopher Koberger. There were many people partying in 1122 Kings Road. There were many people who had the code, the front code, to come in. This wasn't a party house, to put it lightly. It was a party venue. There were many people who came and partied here, visited the 6 people living in this house. So you can imagine how much DNA is there. I wonder if this could have been a misidentity, and if Brian Christopher Koberger was accused of this crime, well, it could have been somebody who looked like him. Just a thought. I'm not saying that that's the facts, it's just my opinion. We can't leave any stone unturned, and I find this picture above to be a bit concerning, because I wonder who this person is, if the police have talked to him, found out his whereabouts that night, because he clearly has been partying in the house. You can't see much of his eyes on the left-hand picture, but you can see more on the right-hand picture. He does have bushy eyebrows too. This picture was sent to me a year and a half ago by a person or source that I really trust, and she came across this picture and sent it to me. I would love to know your thoughts and opinions about this picture, but I find a strong resemblance with Brian Christopher Koberger and the picture above. Although the guy above looks much younger, he looks like he's in his early 20s. And I wonder if DM gave out that description to basically confuse us, whether she did it intentionally or if she was just in a frozen state of shock. Besides the hairstyle, that person seems to look a lot like BK. And if that person was partying in the house, like we can see he is actually in the house, I think it's the kitchen, then I wonder if he could have been easily, if BK could have been framed if that guy was involved. There are many other people partying in the house, I find this to be interesting. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about this picture. This is just a speculation, but this picture was leaked out from the students themselves.
Have owned that car, who may have information about what happened that night. Police say 4 University of Idaho students, Kaylee Gonsalves, Maddie Mogan, Ethan Chapin, and Xana Kernodle, were brutally stabbed to death in their shared off-campus home. 2 female roommates sleeping on the bottom floor of the house were not injured. This comes as the father of Gonsalves is alleging new details on how some of the victims were killed. Stephen Gonsalves telling Fox News Digital that he had spoken to the coroner who said the victims had big open wounds, adding this was a strong weapon, not like a stab. Gonsalves also said the coroner told him his daughter's injuries definitely did not match the wounds of fellow victim Madison Mogan, who was killed in the same bed, and that it was the work of a strong individual. It's been a month since that tragic night when students learned the magnitude of the horrific crime within hours.
When I first read this text message, I could not believe that there were 4 people reported.
3 days after the killings, police said,
based on details of the scene, we believe this was an isolated, targeted attack on our victims.
Authorities have never revealed why they believe the attack was targeted. Later telling NBC's Morgan Chesky it's possible the house, not necessarily the individuals living there, was targeted.
In the investigation, we have not really come to a conclusion whether it was the individual